Well, welcome back everybody, and thanks so much for joining me on my latest video here on my YouTube channel. And once again, I have to say, still unnamed, not sure. Maybe I'll just um, give up on that for a bit. I don't know. I can't think of a name for the the channel. But I've been on break for about a week and a half, and I'm excited to get back to doing more of these for you, as I hope to add 3 more this weekend. And so today's video I'm excited about because it was inspired by a few friends actually who over the years have told me about an Asian market here in San Antonio that I need to go visit. And so I did. Finally got around to a place called Tim's Market. It's an Asian market here in San Antonio, Texas, over on Bandera Road. And I've heard a lot about it over the years, and I was excited because I finally had an opportunity to do some shopping and go and be curious. And so the next few videos, this one and a couple more, will be based on items that I was able to locate while I was there at Tim's Market. And so yeah, that's what we're going to look at today. You also can see in the background here that I've got my new trusty Instant Pot air fryer lid, which I'm excited to bust out this weekend and do some cooking with, because it doesn't just air fry. There's a lot of other things, but we'll get to that later, and I'll talk about that in a future episode. But it's there and it's ready, and it's waiting for me to do my thing. So more importantly, though, we're going to talk about items that I found at Tim's Asian Market, and yeah, these next 3 episodes will involve that, and I'm really excited about what I have for you today. So let's take a look. So the first dish that we're going to try tonight is this barbecue pork. The recipe itself is an Asian recipe, and again, it was one of the things that really caught my eye at the shop. And so I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. And so here it is, a very simple barbecue pork. As you can see, it's very beautifully cooked and prepared, and just this beautiful sort of glazed glisten on the meat itself. And yeah, it's fantastic. So here's our first dish, barbecue pork. And yeah, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and take a dive into the barbecue pork that I showed you a moment ago. So bon appetit. First bite. Yeah, that's really, really something. I wasn't in any way unfamiliar with this type of food. If anything, I was really excited to try it, especially from a place like Tim's that's so well known for their food. That's just absolutely delicious. For those wondering, I had jasmine rice on hand, and so that's what I'm using to go with this dish. I'm gonna take another bite for you here. If you're a pork person, then this stuff is heaven for you. Look how beautifully charred that is, and just a beautiful, beautiful barbecue glaze on there. I should do some more research to figure out like how it's prepared. Right next to where this was, they hung the Peking ducks that had been cooked, and they looked amazing. But pork was the menu, so one more bite. There's something about that glaze I need to learn more about, because It's absolutely delicious. If you know what they use or how this is prepared, please um, comment below. Teach me, because it's a distinctly Asian flavor. The preparation is beautiful, and it's delicious. Just absolutely, absolutely delicious. I'm very excited about this first round. Yeah. First one's the winner. I'm excited to try more. The second dish we're going to try is this beautiful roast barbecue. The barbecue pork, of course, was cooked and had that delicious sort of barbecue glaze on it. This is more a straightforward roast, and you'll notice that the cut of the roast pork includes the meat itself, as you can see right here, and then there's this layer of fat, and on top you've got the skin, which is this beautifully crisp. In fact, let me see if you can hear it. In fact, here's a piece right here, and you can hear that crispy sound. That is a thing of beauty right there. Is pork skin, and it's one of my absolute favorite things. And yeah, so we're about to dig in. Okay, so the second dish we said a moment ago was this beautiful, beautiful roast pork. Is what it was listed as, and I can't help but look at it and think to myself, or be reminded of, I should say, of the absolutely delicious cracklings that I'm always excited to get when I am in Louisiana. Anytime I have a chance to head down to New Orleans and call for my friends at Big Easy Roller Girls, it's an absolute yes to do that, because, of course, aside from seeing so many of my wonderful friends, it's a chance to get cracklins and a chance to get boudin. You got to get boudin sausage while you're there. It's awesome. And as I saw and looked at this product, it definitely reminded me of that, because on this piece especially, you can see there's a layer of meat, and then there's fat, and then there's this beautiful, beautiful skin that you see as it's been prepared. And so the roasting that they've done on this is just amazing. And you heard the sound of the crackling skin on top. And so all that's left to do is dig in. So, roasted pork. You see, I believe wholeheartedly that one of the reasons I was put on this earth was to eat good food. There's again, that rich pork flavor of good pork. There's a salty element that isn't overpowering, but it's there. So tasty. The spices that must have gone into this is just... Part of me is glad I don't know, because you don't always have to cook the things that you find. Like, I know people, and this is not in any way a jab, that, you know, end up being able to cook the things that they love, that they would go out for and say, you know what, I want to master that at home. And I've done that on a couple of occasions. But I don't mind someone else making me stuff like this, because way to go, Tim's. I don't need to be the expert on everything. Just absolutely delicious. I'm a sucker for pork skin. I don't mind telling you, skin and fat, man. It's flavor. And I don't dance often, but that'll get me going. So happy right now. You have no idea. Just so happy. Amazingly delicious, amazingly rich, and so well prepared. I think of my dad, and I know he would have loved stuff like this. Yeah, you can keep your salad. I'm gonna go in for one more. It's a texture thing that a lot of people don't understand, and so they shy away from fat and skin at times. But you get the meatiness of the pork, and then the sort of tender fat that wraps around it as you chew. And then the crunch of the skin sort of cuts through that and makes it just this completely multi-layer experience. I don't know how else to explain it. It's the perfect balance of textures. The pork flavor is what you get on all levels. And the rice will soak up some of the unhealthy aspects of the fat, I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying that. Cheers, Tim's. That pork. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. You got to get down there. You got to get down there. Tim's on Bandera Road. If you're not in San Antonio, I'm sorry. Come visit me, and we'll go. We'll take a moment. Let's talk dessert. All right, so we've been trying some dishes from Tim's Oriental Market. It's an Asian market here in San Antonio. And as I mentioned a moment ago, dessert is next. And when I say dessert, this will be the first of the three things today that I've never had. And I saw it recently. A friend of mine tried it and demonstrated it, and it reminded me a lot of lychee fruit. And it's this right here. It's called rambutan, is the word that you see there on the top of the dish, and on the top of the package. I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment to pull one out and show you a little closer. And it's this right here. Inside there is a little fruit that you will see in just a moment. And yeah, it's really unique looking. I've never tried it. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. But for less than $3, I got 10 of them. Well, 11 of them. So I hope I like them. So yeah, let's cut into one and see what it looks like. So here is the rambutan out of its container, and we're going to cut into it and around it and expose the fruit inside. Now this is the first time I'm doing this, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be very careful to cut into it carefully and make my way around it. Gonna try and I have better knife skills than this, I promise. I'm just not sure what to expect, and I'm trying not to ruin the fruit inside, so I'm cutting through it. I think we got it all the way through, so there you go. There's the fruit itself, and it's very gelatinous feeling. Yeah, there you go. So that's one. We'll taste that one in just a bit. Let's do one more so we can free it from its husk here. A little bit easier this time around since I know kind of where the fruit lies within the rambutan itself. So, and there we go. All right, so that's what we've got. And let's give it a taste. Okay, so here comes the moment of truth. Here is the rambutan that we just took out of the husk itself. And I'm going to see about removing it from, and there you go, from the actual husk that it was in. And now we're going to try it. So here goes nothing. Ooh. Oh, man. There's a pit in the middle of it. Oh man, this is good. I'm gonna try to kind of cut around the pit and loosen the fruit. It's really refreshing and really tasty. And again, it's, I should have done the research before I, started the video, but I was excited to try this stuff. If you know how to eat this properly, and I'm not, let me know. Comment below. Wow. I'm making an absolute mess, but I'm loving it. So if you put it in your mouth and kind of work the fruit off of the pip, it's a lot easier. Of course, it's also maybe gross to watch me do that on video. But yeah, I'm loving it. I got no complaints about this. The other 9 that remain in that package, I probably don't want to overdo it all in one night. So over the next couple of days, because they'll keep, if you store them well, I did some reading on it before, they'll keep for a couple of days. It said in a sealed, I read 2 articles. One said in a sealed container. The other said in a perforated bag, like a perforated plastic bag. So I'm not sure which I should do, but I don't think they're going to be with me long enough for me to have to worry about it. So I'm going to go with the, Ziploc bag kind of thing. Keep it refrigerated, because they did say refrigerate them. At least that was what one article said. I'm also finding that if you peel it from the pit, it will eventually just come right off. So check this out. Notice that it's coming right off of the pit, and makes it a lot. See, my dad always would always tell me, try it and then read the instructions. In this case, I guess, read about it and know that, look, you can remove the fruit from the actual pit and then consume the fruit. It's delicious. It really, really is. I'm totally digging this. Who knew that in something so foreboding would be something so delicious? It's amazing. I'm gonna do one more after we're done. Yeah, so part 1 of my visit to Tim's. We talked about the barbecue pork. Again, absolutely delicious. The roast pork was amazing. That meat, fat, and skin combo was just out of this world. And we tried Ramadan for the first time. And I got to tell you, it's an absolutely delicious fruit. Fruit? Is it a fruit? I don't know. It's awesome. That's my dessert. So thanks for stopping by. As always, expect some more of these here very soon. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you're going to be able to follow me, do a lot more of these. And we're on a roll now. So come back for part 2 and 3 of my visit to Tim's. And maybe not this time, maybe not the next couple of times, but eventually we're going to bust open this bad boy right here. Can of jackfruit. I'm going to look up some things to do with that. And if you've been paying attention to my social media, then you know that I can't talk about it and not do this while I have you here. This is your extra. In Spanish, we would call it pilon. Hostess donuts. Put them in the fridge. Chill them. And then enjoy them. We'll see you next time. You're awesome. You're amazing. And the world's a better place because you're in it. Take care. And we'll see you soon.